muted. There we go, that's more like it. Apologies for that. I haven't cast for a few days. Had a bit of a birthday weekend, so I had a few days off casting. So, yeah, it's the first time I've cast a scrim since back end of last week. But yeah, we're on Erangel. We're going from Millie Base up towards Georgia Pole. Looks like most places should be in reach. Down in the southwestern side, sorry, just checking everything's okay. Yeah, so down on the southwestern side, everything's within reach. Teams are going to have to rotate out with a vehicle to get anywhere further than, what we're talking, School Rozhok area, up towards Mansion shooting range, anywhere sort of Yasnaya. They'll be looking for vehicles, so I think we might have quite a few teams looking for vehicles around the Milta area. So 19 teams in tonight. You can see the team list there on the side of the screen. Or the bottom of the screen it is actually. Sorry, I've changed the layout slightly. So there we go. So first up in the vehicles, we've got Team 3. So question mark crew. They managed to make it over to Milta, grab a vehicle. Looks like they jumped us. No, they're a full team. So they've taken the vehicle. They've gone straight round. One of their team has already been not only knocked but killed as well. So Cobra has been taken down. Ninja still parachuting along. So Jabed, sorry, I'm fairly new to some of these teams because obviously, as you may know, I usually do the EU scrims. So not cast some of these Asia teams before. Looking forward to seeing some of the gameplay. So Jabed got a good view of his opponent there. He's got to be a little bit careful. He's pretty much surrounded here. He did what he needs to do. He absolutely had to get that right. Yeah, there was no room for him to get that one wrong there. So Team 9, the LNG one-shot strangers are the ones that he's up against. He's managed to take one down, but Destiny, I think it is. Yeah, it was Destiny DSV there. They just take him down. So bear with me for the first few minutes while I'm just checking all the settings. There we are. So that is Team 3 then taken out. So that's the question mark crew taken out in the end by our friends here from Team 9, the LNG one-shot strangers. Really good start for them. 5 kills already as a team. So we saw it's a fairly southwestern zone, and look at that, we're going to be centred just around the farm area at the moment. A lot of teams have managed to spread out up to that northern side, Severny, Georgia, Pole, Zaki. So we'll just have a quick look down at Novo crates as well. It looks like we've got a couple of teams down there. So we've got Team 14, which is the RDX Explosive 4 Beats. Got some really good team names here tonight. And they're sharing Novo crates with, just trying to see here, so that's Team 10, which is the MBD official team. So only a couple of teams down at Novo crates, and given it started on Millibase, I thought we might have had more teams down on the base itself. A little bit surprising there. A couple of teams over in Pachinki. We'll see how that gets on. Lot of teams, we see with the southwestern flight line, lot of teams over there in the southwest. And also around the Georgia Pole area, so north, south Georgia Pole and the crates. So the team's actually around, now we've had that initial skirmish over at Milta, we can see that that's LNG are pretty much on their own for a little while now. Thanks for coming in, everyone. Do appreciate you being there. Now we'll go and see MBD, see what they're up to. I see their third player's taken a little bit of damage here. Let's have a look. See what we've got around. So there we go. That's why he's been a little bit quiet, maybe. Oh, they all are. They're all waiting in the crates here by the looks of it. Now, do they have a teammate on the lookout? I'm trying to see where the other ones are. There we go. So they are all four of them are in the crates currently. Just lying in wait for Team 14, the RDX team, to come searching. Are they going to move? It's an interesting tactic. Let's see if it pays off for them. Unfortunately, it doesn't make great streaming because we've got Black over here doing much the same thing. Everyone's kind of waiting for the other to make a move. Now, can he see? No, I don't think he can from there. So I think everyone is waiting for the other person to make a bit of a move here. The only person we've got is 4B Duck BTZ, who's up on the roof. Might be able to see into the crates. No, not quite. They know roughly where they are, but they just don't know. And they are not making a sound, these guys from MBD. So I think we'll leave that little one going on there. There's not a lot happening. I appreciate it's a really good tactic to stay alive. What it doesn't do, unfortunately, is provide really good streaming opportunities. So we're going to have a look in Pachinki. We're going to have a look over at 60R Extreme. And also we've got Team 25, which is interesting because I don't have a Team 25 listed. They are JS something according to their tag, but I don't know who they are, I'm afraid. They're a little way apart. So Team 5 there, the Heart Dominators, they are on the move. They were over at, I think they're over at Crates over at Georgia Pole. So they're making the move in towards centre zone, taking the high ground up on School Hill. So it'd be interesting to see because they're well in zone here, the guys from over at Novo Crates. So I mean, are they just going to sit around? Let's see what happens here as Team 11 here go for a little drive through Pachinki. Nothing. We've got a few shots coming in, a little bit of damage taken, but nothing to worry about there for these guys, these three. Only jumped as a 3 as well, interestingly. Ooh. So yeah, we see teams starting to make their move into centre zone. Looks like maybe RDX are getting a bit bored. They've got a vehicle now, so they are going to think about making their rotation in closer towards centre zone. Not really a huge number of teams getting involved with each other as yet. Over in Yasnaya, we've got Team 18 up there, which is Team Eliminated, and they're up in Yasnaya all on their own, nicely in zone, just on the northern edge, of course. Now, Team 4, which is the B1 Bloods. Now, it looks like we might have a bit of action down here. We've got Team 20. And no, they are rotating past the Team 8, the Python Maestro. So, PSE Secret here, they are rotating. They're not stopping to get involved with Python. Although we do have a couple of the team going along the beachfront. I think, have they been? Yeah, so they've had a couple of their teammates have been down to the crate, I think, by the looks of it. They've lost one buggy. Looks like it's been flipped. Shots coming in over from Python. Shouldn't be too much to worry about, although that is a brave move. Can he get it stopped? Oh, and that's 2 buggies now. These guys do not care about their hardware, do they? They are just throwing buggies away. I hope the organisers have got the vehicles set to more than you usually get. Now over here we've got Team 12, which is Secret IQ. Now they're rotating in straight past Arcanation Code 0. Excuse me. Although it is Wolf on his own on the motorbike, rotating in quickly. He's taking some shots. He's going to find that upturned buggy. He sees that the crate has already been opened, so he's not even going to bother stopping there. Probably for the best. So we'll go over to his teammate, Flick. Quick Flick even, apologies, from Secret IQ. He's rotating in behind. So they've got Wolf up there as the scout, I think. Now he's gone up and he's got the players from Team 20 right below him now. So he's going to have to be a little bit careful here. They're not far away. Well, they're pretty damn close, actually. He takes one down, but he's taken down himself, and I don't think they're going to let him be revived, or are they? Quick Flick putting some great work in to support his teammate. So the smoke actually put out by Wolf is actually helping Team 20 here. They had a couple of players taken down, but it meant that Quick Flick couldn't put too many rounds into the smoke indiscriminately, but he's managed to come in and get the revive on Wolf. Really, really good work from Quick Flick. I don't think they were quite expecting that. Now we also see that Dam Riders and JS from Team 25, they are doing some work by the looks of it. We'll go and see what happens there soon. Yeah, so a little note from our organiser over on Trovo there, just asking about the Asian competitive style, how it compares to EU. So far, I'd say that the where we've had a battle and a skirmish, it is super aggressive, but it's not as aggressive to get there, if you know what I mean. So they're maybe taking it a little slower to get to the latter stages. We'll go and see what Wolf can see. I think he's spotted the guys from Team 20 down at the bottom of the hill. Whoa. And Blizzard OP taken down there in a hail of bullets, taking the UAZ down. Absolutely ruthless from these two guys. Loving their style of play. So yeah, what I'm saying is it seems to be maybe it's because they're in a scrim. I don't know. But we see them trying to get to the latter stages, of course. So if they're not taking on a fight they don't have to take, but when they get to a fight, it is brutally quick. And we see an example there with Wolf and Quick Flick taking down the player from PSE Secret there. So they have two players remaining. Python, looks like, are they heading out west? See what's going on? No, I don't think they are. So zone is shifting, so we're going to be sent to just north of Milton by the looks of it. No one's really out of zone at the moment. So a good little skirmish there. I was surprised how aggressive they were. Just the two players taking on an entire squad and managed to take two of that squad down. So Team 13 here, Wave Elevinity. Sharing a few meds around. They've got, who's this? That's Team 7, Vendetta, just slightly to their north. But I think they should be okay to rotate once they get the revive. And actually, apologies, I didn't even notice that Psycho 69 had been knocked. I thought they were very safe. So a few shots coming out from Vendetta. We're going to have a look at them. So it's trying to see which one of the players putting the shots in. It looks like it's Lee. Yep, Lee with the DP there. Putting the shots in up onto the high ground, up onto Wave Elevinity. Just holding up their rotation a little bit. But they're all going to have to break away from this fight and actually start moving into zone, I think. Now, what have we got? A bit of action over in Milta, where we've got Team 4, the B1 Bloods. getting involved with... oh, we saw our friends there from LNG. We saw them straight on the drop, taking out one of the teams. Apologies, I can't remember which one it was. Saw them going down first. But Team 4, B1 Bloods and LNG, trying to get their full name. LNG One Shot Strangers. Charlie there with a little bit of peeking. Putting in the odd shot as and when he can with the Mini. Anybody else coming to join this? Because we're not far off centre zone here. So it looks like the RDX team are rotating north now out of Novo crates, coming up on the bridge. No one's holding up that bridge. Beautiful work from Charlie there. What a bit of shooting that was with the Mini. Managed to get his shots lined up, so he had a bit of practice for it. He took a couple of hits, but nothing significant. Manages to get the knock. Now, are they going for the push? Is one knock enough? They are over the road, so it's a little bit of a distance for them to get the push on. Vega, thanks for coming in. Appreciate the follow too. So Charlie is doing that bit of damage over towards LNG. Now, all the teams pretty much, I think, have rotated in. We'll break over and go and see Team 13, Wave Elevinity here. They've rotated in from one fight. They've got Quick Flick and Warwolf over here. Quick Flick has been taken down, though. These guys were super aggressive, but they are now being pushed on. Take a player out. The UAZ's got to be careful, but they are taken down in the end. Really good work from War and Quick Flick, but they are now taken down by the by Team 7 there. Sorry, no, it's Team 13. Apologies, by Wave Elevinity. Getting confused by some of the team tags here. So these guys are now taking some shots again. I'm wondering if that's the Team 20, the PSC Secret, up on top of the building. Are they the ones taking the shots? So once again, these teams find themselves right on the edge of zone. Is that a deliberate tactic, I wonder? Just try and stay on the edge of zone, wait. Just keep waiting until they get to maybe phase 5 or so, 4 or 5, and then see more idea where the zone's going to go, and then head to centre zone. That does seem a little bit different at the moment. I do a lot of the EU scrims, and we see probably half the lobby tends to try and get towards centre zone as quickly as possible. Whereas perhaps some of these teams are more content around the edges of zone. Although, let's be honest, where that centre zone is, up on the hillside around the woodmill area, isn't the easiest one to drive round. So PSE now being chased by King Esports Versatile, Team 23. We haven't seen much of them so far, but they're driving past Team 22 as well. And 5. So these guys are rotating. They're going to be on their own up in the north of the zone. Now we see down in the south of zone we've got Python and the RDX team as well. A little bit delay, apologies. I am casting from the UK into the Asia server, so there might occasionally be a bit of render delay, which I apologise for. But Python have now rotated away, so the RDX team are able to make their rotation in towards zone. They've already got those 4 kills, so waiting in the containers didn't quite work out for the other team. Apologies, I can't remember which one. Was that? No, it was Question Mark Crew that was in Milton, wasn't it? So a bit of action over on the west of zone here. We'll go and join these. No, apparently we won't. There we go. That's better. Team 23, Kings Esports Versatile. Now they've had 2 players taken down, so these guys are under a bit of pressure now from Team 7 Vendetta. But they've also got Team 6 over there, the Arcanation Code 0. Not far from them. So I think the best thing they can do is just try and get out of this one. bot has been taken down though by a nade, and I think his teammate is probably taking the difficult decision, but the right one. I think he's trying to get away to fight another day, but he's going to be driving straight past the Heart Dominators Team 5, but going straight into Team 11 60R Extreme. So he's now driving around just trying to find a safe location on his own. Now is he going to go into the sniper tower? Over into the wizard's tower then? The car will be very visible. He needs to drop it down in the dip. There he goes, as close as possible. And gets himself in the building. So that's as safe as he can be at the moment, I think. We're going to have a look over at Team 22, which is Fearless. Although Goosebumps, I think, perhaps, maybe rightly hiding away at the moment. Bit of action over with the Vendetta guys. Rolex there, been knocked. But it looks like... Was that the team that knocked them also getting some shots in return, I think, by the looks of it. You have to excuse me, I hurt my back yesterday, so I have to move every now and again. I know that's the kind of thing you come to these streams for. Information about my health, being an old man. Now these are under a lot of pressure now from the Vendetta team. So Psycho and Marif have been taken down. Oof. I mean, they are just shooting into the smoke now and seeing what that comes out. And at the moment, they are doing the right thing. And look at that. They're taking out. Really good work from Vendetta, shooting into the smoke and getting the rewards for it. They've got a team rotating past. I think, in fact, actually, it's two teams. So these guys got a bit of a car park going on in the building here. They're out of zone. They need to move the vehicles if they can. It's a bit of a mess here. I mean, they need to sort their valet parking out here, don't they? They need a ticketing system or something. They're all trying to get out at the same time. It's like the M25 on a Friday afternoon. But they've got the RDX team up the hill from them. Who is it that's trying to put... Yep, so they're going to get to their teammate, I think, by the looks of it. There we go. Shots coming in from Black Op. Taking down Eve Warrior. Really good work there from Black Op. Or Black DP, is it? I can't see. So on the edge of zone, they're going to have to make their way in. So they have to be a little bit careful. But they do have all four players up. But we see Team 6, the Arcanation Code 0. How are they getting on? They've still got two players knocked now. They managed to get the cars out of the garage. So nades starting to come in from Vendetta, but they're going to have to move now. The car is smoking, but they're going to have to make a move. They don't need to take this fight on. They can just get out of here. So Arcanation are doing that. They are getting out of there right now. Shots are raining in here from Team 14. Not quite managing to connect there with the DP28 and the 6 scope. Evening, Mrs. Pye. Thanks for coming in. But we can see that up ahead, Lee has been taken down from Vendetta. I think they're coming in for the finish. Yep, they managed to come in and blow the vehicle and get the finish. So we've only got two players remaining for Vendetta. Now they're Dacia, excuse me. The Dacia's already smoking. They've managed to find another one. There's a buggy there as well. So I don't know if there's any fuel. Have these been left? Yeah, they're going to have to start getting some heals in if they can. This could be bad because I think the driver might go down first. If he just needs to get into zone. Oh, he just manages to make it into zone, but I think his driver's just been knocked by zone. Just on the outskirts. So we're going to have a look. So we've got 12 well, we're in phase 5 of the game. 12 teams, 32 players remaining. We are centered around the shelter area. We'll go and have a look over the RDX team fighting at the entrance to one of the shelters, or one of the shelter entrances even. What do we have? Right, so everyone's smoking up. Team 5 are over there. We've got Team 18. Looks like they're inside shelter. That's the trouble when you start getting in and around shelter. You get some of the teams up above ground, and you get some of the teams actually inside the shelter itself. Shots are coming out now. Out towards... It looks like they're shooting out towards the Vendetta guys. Who is getting those shots? Let's have a look. Trying to see if it's certainly not... No, that's definitely not a suppressed one. Lovely pulse firing though from the DP. And they're not necessarily aiming at the driver. They're trying to blow the vehicle, but they don't quite do it. And the Vendetta guys do make it across. So we are not quite a hard shift, but we're just a shrinking of the zone now. So everyone's just going to start moving in a bit closer together. Some are underneath, some are on top. So this is Team 18, Team Eliminated. We saw them. They were over at Yasnaya, getting some shots into the Vendetta guys. And I think the Vendetta guys might be in a little bit of trouble here. They've got teams either side. Lovely work with the SLR there, taking down Rolex. And there we go. That's the Vendetta team taken down. And that was another team actually. It was Xenon somebody. Apologies, who's not on this team, taking down the player there. And we've gone from 12 teams to 8 in a very short amount of time. These guys really started to thin out now. And you can see they are sort of roughly around the edges of the zone. Habib here taking shots, but he's taking shots from behind as well. I think is that team 14? I think that's Titan over there that's putting the work in. Yes, it is. And underneath the UAS there. Brilliant work from Titan. Really good work. And Titan comes with 3 kills now. Taking shots through and underneath the UAS. He's just checking out who's around. Zone has shifted. We're going further south. So look how many players are knocked on the map now. So there we go. It was Xenon Martian from B1 Bloods who stole the kill that we saw earlier with the Vendetta guys. Getting some heals in. Got an angry New York taxi by the looks of it. You have to excuse me. I'm just grabbing some juice. Oh, that's better. So it's, yeah, Team 6, Arcanation, that seems to be, there's got 2 left, and they're the ones that are on the edge of zone. They're going to be the target for a lot of players by the looks of it. So RDX team coming in from the southwest here. So they've got the Rockers, a little bit of hard cover. They've got one of their vehicles blown. They've got one still usable. They are on the side of the hill, though. It is a pretty risky situation, especially with so many people around them. Akram, Devil Akram's been taken down for Team 18, the eliminated team. And unfortunately, living up to his name, he couldn't quite survive that absolute carnage that was coming in. Saga here using the ghillie to full effect, straight onto his belly here. Now he knows there's shots coming in, so he knows there's players up there he can't quite see. And if he pokes his head to be able to see, he's going to be taken down by either Team 4 or 14. Beautiful spray work though from T. Saga. But then taken down on his side, he overstretched a bit, came away from that hard cover of the rock, and he's taken down by Master BTZ from Team 18, the last remaining player from Team Eliminated there, doing some good work on his own. Now he is still only 4 meters out of zone, but that looks like a very open and dangerous 4 meters to me. Smoke disappears. Now we see there's a push there. Team 4 coming in, and Martian taken down ruthlessly with a blown Dacia there. So we'll go to a high view in a minute. We've got 5 teams, 10 players remaining. Team 14 there, RDX have got 2 knocked players, and they've got a 2-2 split by the looks of it. So I don't think they're going to be able to get, excuse me, to their knocked player. And that is Team 4 taken out. So there's B1 Bloods go out in 5th place. Now that might open the ground up for Team 14 to be able to get to their knocked players. So look, are the 2 knocked players together? I think this is a very risky one, but he's got to move because his teammates can't come to him. They've lost 1 player already. So let's see where we're going to go. We are going to be on the side of the hill. And look at that Caustic actually in quite a good position. A solo player for Team 20, but has the high ground. Does he have any hard cover? He's got a rock, but look at that. The rest of the zone, he's got to go through some very open field to get into zone. It's not far, but he's starting to make the run now. But I think that might be a bit open. Indeed, it is. That's Caustic. So that is PSE go down in 4th place. We've got 3 teams remaining. We've got Team 6 here, which is Arcanation. We've got 1 remaining player from Team 18, the eliminated. In fact, no, we've got our top 2 now. So Team 14, they're trying to get the revive onto their teammates. So we've got the 2 players who really should have a disadvantage because it's a 3-on-2. But we've got a 2-on-2 effectively because one of RDX is knocked and these guys know exactly where he is. What a nade that was. Takes down Nero. OP. Beautiful work. Another nade's coming in. Can he get it into the knocked player? It's knocked, but look at that. There's a nade sitting right in front of him. Just managed to get the cover from the tree. Gets the first aid in. 1 teammate taken down. He gets the knock on. Really good work there from Master BTZ. We've seen he was already knocked, and that how important was it that he got revived by taking that player down. So now we've effectively got a 2-on-1 here. Oh, was it too early to spread out? He needed his teammate to get some heals in. No, but he takes the win. Really, really good work. Great teamwork there. Aggressive play from RDX. So I'm just going to take some screenshots for our hosts. There we go. So I'll send them over in a second. But just to recap then, in game 1 on Erangel, with the win, we have RDX, just trying to see their full title, RDX Explosive 4 beats. And they win with 8-12 kills there. Really good work from them. In second place, it is the Arcanation Code 0 with 5 kills. 4 of those coming in from Baby. In third place, we have... apologies, I don't know who that is. Is that Team Eliminated? I think it was. And they come in with 2 kills. And then we have PSE with 1 kill. In 5th place, it is BTI. Sorry, I think that's the B1 Bloods with. Crikey, well, we've got 10 kills there for them in 5th place. Great work. In 6th place, I don't quite know who that is. And it's not obvious from... Oh, MHX Predators, I think that is. I'm assuming. And they come in with 5 kills. So there we go. That is game 1. From Erangel. Now, coming next, we will have Miramar for game 2. So I will see you very shortly. And we're back, everyone. Thanks for hanging around. Appreciate it. So, welcome into all the new viewers. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Buff. Good to have you here. So, we're here with game 2 of 3, and we're on Miramar, and we are going. It's quite a southern flight line, and Buff may agree with this. We've seen a lot of southern flight lines recently. They're normally east to west, but this time we're going west to east. So just west of Ladriera, over towards between Impala and Puerto Purezo, over on the eastern coast. So straight over Los Leones, but a very southern flight line. And we'll probably see a lot of teams. I think we're going to see some early jumps. Teams trying to get some vehicles. And the main road from Monte Nuevo to Los Leones seems to be a very popular area at the moment. Although apparently not tonight because I've just jinxed it. But there are quite a few vehicles along there, and we often see teams trying to get up there. So 21 teams we've actually got in game 2. Really good to see a nice full lobby here, and it looks like we've got a couple of sort of small groups of teams. But look at this, everybody jumping around Los Leones and over on the eastern side. Only a single team over in Picado. We've got a couple of teams over in Chumacera. And that's Team 17, Ancient Organic Punks. We didn't feature them much in Game 1, so let's go and have a look, see what they're up to. They're up against Team 12, which is Secret IQ. Well, they're not quite up against them yet. They're just landed over in Chumacera. So we'll feature a couple of their players for a minute and see what happens as they run around, try and grab their stuff. Now, if Buff is still watching, then we do have... couple of teams down in around Valdemar, but it looks like Vendetta. It looks like they're heading down towards the prison island. I think they've got vehicles. Look at that. Strangely, we've had a very southern flight line. But also we've got a southern zone as well, centred just west of Los Leones. Seems to be quite a common thing on Miramar recently. That they're not massively... It's odd because they're not central flight lines, but then they're combined with a zone that's not massively challenging. Now, does that mean teams aren't forced to travel as much until the latter stages when the zone starts going into crazy directions? We'll have to see. Be interesting to see what happens with these teams because they're not going to be forced by zone to move, but at some point they're going to have to. So a few shots coming out here. Pikachu has... Oh, sorry about that, Pikachu. Commentator's curse. Just knocked there by Mock OP, AI Mock OP. So are his teammates going to be able to get to him? I'm not sure because he's pretty well covered. I don't know. Yep, here come the throwables. Molly's coming out. Can he get away from it? Just gets away from the splash zone. A wolf we saw there. So these are the guys... that's odd. They jumped as a 3... Oh, not with the fist. No. Unless, I'm assuming, being very early game, he was conserving ammo. I would like to think so. I'm sure there might be a little bit of chat on the server after the match, because finishing with the fist is not encouraged. I don't know how hard and fast a rule it is. We'll find out in a minute when the server lights up, won't we? So here we go. So zone 1. So yeah, Vendetta have made it down to the prison island. Then we've got LNG over in Valdemar. And then it is Team 3 question mark crew over in Monte Nuevo, all on their own this time. So last time we saw they jumped over to Milta. So then up in El Pozo is Team 4, the B1 Bloods. So no one's really going, taking a risk going out of zone more than they need to. But to go and loot. No one up around Campo Militar water treatment. Nobody in San Martin either. I thought we might get a couple of teams rotate up there and do some looting. A couple of players close to each other here. What's going on here? We've got Devil Akram. And we've got a player from Team 6, which is the Arcanation. They're just having a little standoff here. So there we go. They were just waiting for their teammates to come back. So they've managed to take down 3 of the players. But it looks like Vikavolt YT is about to get a bit of an awakening here. He can hear everyone running around him. So are they going to rush in and shoot? There we go. Takes one. Manages to get the knock on one, so goes down fighting, but does ultimately go down. And so they go down into 21st place there. Now look at this Impala, nice and busy. We've got 3 teams over there in Impala. We've got the EMS team, 2 players down, 1 knocked. And, oh dear, Revenge there is taken down. So they go down into 20th place. Sexy Boy from Python is knocked. Steven's already been taken down as well. So the Revive coming in. They do still have the JS team. That's Team 25 again. Unfortunately, not on my list, but it's. I'm sure they're very nice people. It looks like they are a team called JS. Now, I'm trying to think who that may be. I'm not 100% sure. Apologies. Just covering his teammate with a bit of smoke. Shots coming out from. Not sure which one that was, actually. I can't see his team tag. There we go. So still having a little bit of a fight over in Impala. We can see a couple of teams close to each other in mines. And there we go. MBD. So Team 10, MBD official. That's what I thought teams might be doing with that kind of zone. Is actually taking a slight risk going out of zone, do a bit of looting, and then make their way back in. Oh, sorry for the zoom in. It's stuck on zoom mode. Won't let me scroll through. Have a look at Lost Leones then. We've got 4 teams. We'll go and have a look at Team 13 here. Wave Elevinity. Now they've got Team 5, the Heart Dominators. Just waiting for Saeed to peek that window by the looks of it. Saeed takes down Marif there. So great work from Saeed. So we didn't see him peek, but clearly he can see enough. Who else have we got in there? So we've also got the 60R Extreme and PSE as well. So Team 20, PSE Secret, also down there. So getting a bit thirsty. He's not the only one, actually. And Saeed announces to the world that he's just won the jackpot. Well done, Saeed. So we'll switch over. A little bit of a cold war here. We've got these guys. They are in opposite buildings, so it's going to be difficult, especially with 4 teams in the town. It's going to be difficult to get a push because if you left the building, even if you can get a knock, the other teams will actually take you down, and they will know there are other teams around. So just waiting for, I think that's Psycho. Just waiting for Psycho to peek in that window. Or any of them, really. Just waiting for a head to appear. And good work there. Smoke the window. So we'll go, where were we earlier? Trying to see where we are. I think that was down in Impala, wasn't it? And it looks like, apologies, JS have taken that fight in Impala, so that's 2 teams gone down there. So Shahi getting a few shots in, but then they're returning fire onto him. So Picardo still just got the Team 22 there, the fearless team, on their own in Picardo at the moment. Oh, Khan there, very risky move. Manages to get out of the building. Sorry, it's not Khan, is it? I thought it was. Sorry, it looked like it was written as Khan on my screen. So yeah, so teams making their way in. We see Vendetta down in the far south. They've come off away from prison and they're still on the southern island, but they're making the way. They're nicely in zone. Everybody's had an easy rotation in. Now look at this up in the north. Couple of teams. I thought there was only one team up there, but it looks like we've got the criminal there from Team Eliminated. Actually headed up to the north. And he needs to get out of there. I think he's on his own. And he's up there with MBD. So he managed to get away. MBD also getting their vehicles as well for their rotation in. So whether that was just a bit of scouting, fact-finding for his team, I'm not 100% sure. Right, so we'll go back and have a look what's going on over in Los Leones. And it looks like the Team 13, the Wave team here, still getting involved. Bazid has taken a knock. Being revived though. It looks like Saeed's still doing that good work from the building. But these guys now starting to take some shots in from Team 11 over there, 60R Extreme. Saeed seems to be one that's got himself nicely dialed in at the moment. Just as I say that, Shahil gets the knock established as well. So it's not just Saeed, these guys are actually sharing the knocks. Are they going for a push? Or are they just trying to move location? We'll see. We're going slightly western, so just east of Chumacera. So Team 17, the Ancient Organic Punks, they're nicely at centre zone at the moment. Potential bit of action down just south of Los Leones as well. We've got the PSC Secret team, and they're getting involved with King Esports Versatile up on the hillside, trying to scout them out at the moment. They know they're up there. Maybe not exactly where, but they know they're up there. Caustic taking some shots. Getting the heal in, though. Ryder from JS takes down Yorito there. I think that was on the eastern side earlier. And so we leave the Eliminated and MBD and they start getting involved in each other. So that little phony war is finished now. Now, obviously, I chose the wrong player to follow because it's not the one with the sniper rifle. How? Let me see. Caustic with the M4. Vector with the Uzi. So everyone's got M4s at the moment. Ooh. Oh, that was risky. Very risky from Caliber, and he's very open as well. His team needs to get some smoke onto him very quickly here. Although Caliber's going to go down, and it is indeed. Derby goes down. Sorry, Derby takes down Caliber. A Caustic with the Car 98. No, it looks like Team 23 up there, the Kings team. They are getting involved here with is that Team 11? Indeed it is. So they are taking shots here. So they've had to reposition slightly and refocus their efforts to the opposite direction now as Team 11, 60R Extreme come in. In fact, is that 60-hour Snipe Extreme? That's who I've got on my list, but that looks like it's the MHX Predators. At least two of the players are. So I'm not sure if we've got perhaps a mix-up of the slots here. So I was trying to get the vehicle off the out of the rocks, but without exposing themselves too much. Here they go. They've got to make a quick move. They managed to get out the smoke. Are they going to drop off and get the buggy? Yes. Good work from them. Now Lucifer, actually, it looks like has gone out. Yeah, Lucifer's gone out as a solo. Gone out as a bit of a scout here to try and get a different angle from his teammates. But look at this. Just as the other players are coming in, he needs to be very careful here. So he could be under pressure now because the other team here, Team 23, King, are coming down. He needs his team to help him out on this one, I think. So Bot without a helmet at the moment. Are they going to push through the building? Do they know where that player was? Not at the moment. Surprising here. I thought the two players would have known that he was there. But Lucifer is still moving around. He's not hiding his footsteps. So we've got a bit of a sort of standoff here because we've got a couple of players from King Esports up on the hillside. And they are both putting pressure on and taking some shots from the guys from Team 20 who are on the southern edge of Los Leones there in that industrial area. So you can see we've got a little bit of a three-way going on here. But it's surprising me that Bot and Yasin aren't pushing through the building. Especially as they've potentially got some cover from the high ground. And we can see Vector and Caustic are the ones, they're actually taking some shots. They're trying to put some shots up the hill, but they're also taking shots. So these guys are going to be slightly out of zone now. Slightly more gentle shift than we had just now. We're going to have a quick look over at another team. No, I was going to go and have a look at them, but they've just been eliminated there. That's the INC team. Oh, Caustic was just lining up a Car 98 shot, but the smoke just ruined that plan for him. Now we're here with the Vendetta team. Getting involved with Team 24, who on my list are the MHX Predators. Just waiting for one of them to peek, putting plenty of shots in onto the edge of the hillside there. So pretty much everyone's made their way in or near to zone now. Lee, look at this, going for a rotation, try and take the high ground. Get a different angle on the MHX team. He's got to be a little bit careful because he has got another squad behind him. Has he pulled up a little short? He's very open to the shots from behind. His teammates are absolutely raining shots into MHX, trying to make sure they're looking in that one direction. Look at that, MHX have actually moved their position now. Really good work from them. But they've got JS coming in behind. So Sabir is taken down. Just Mafia and Dan Ryder coming in now. Get the knock and the finish. All trying to get a bit of a heal on now. And it looks like Mafia's going over to get the revive on his teammate. Oh, but what a nade that is, coming in from Payne. Takes down Dan Ryder and they get the thirst. What a bit of revenge that was as well. Mafia. I mean, lumps taken out of him. And Payne doing really good work there. Crisis takes down Sabir. So Mafia now has got to put this work in, but he's taken down in the end by Crisis. Really good work from the MHX, from the MH Predators. I keep saying MHX, apologies. So we're down to 15 teams, 45 players. Phase 3 of the game. So we see that with a very benign zone, we've still got 15 teams and most of them are safely in zone as well. Agent 47 there. Yep, as I thought, Agent 47 is AFK in Los Leones. In the blue, so we'll be going down fairly soon. Bit of action over here with King Esports. Taking some shots. Well, I thought they were. We've got the PSC team being chased by the looks of it. Yeah, in fact, we've got Caustic and Vector, the last two remaining players, of course. And that's the UA's. Oh no, the 4x4 is absolutely fine. So Vector and Caustic just getting ready for what I think is a fairly inevitable push. I'm assuming the other team know where they are roughly, or are they just going to come straight past? No, they know. So the nades start coming out. There we go. Sam has got over to the other warehouse. So zone shift. We're going slightly north. Are these guys going to get involved in this fight, or are they just going to move out? Looks like King are making their way out. So Agent 47 Aleph does indeed go down to play zone. Look, Team 23, the King Esports Versatile, they are indeed, they're leaving this fight. There's no point having this fight here. They're outside the zone, so they've made the decision. They're just going to get to zone and leave these guys to it for now. Really good decision. So Team 3 here, the question mark crew, it is indeed. But they've got one of the players from Team 14, RDX, very close to them. Looks like RDS are coming in on a bit of a push actually over the hill. So Ronnie just getting his car 98 ready for a bit of long distance work. He's also checking out the northern side. Let's have a quick look over and see what the RDX guys can see. Well, what they can see is Cobra out in the open there. So Team 3, they do have hard cover. They are in zone. But I'd say the two players from RDX are actually providing a bit of a pain in the arse for him, to be honest. Really holding him up, putting shots into him every time they get out into the open. Shots coming in from behind. So it looks like the other couple of players from RDX are in the northern side. Are they trying to hold up the eliminated? We'll try and switch over there in a minute. I can also see that we've got... yeah, so RDX have taken down Sun OP from the eliminated. We'll go and have a quick look at that, actually. Go and see what they can see. I think they managed to take a couple of players down. And they are deep out in the blue. They're going to be under a bit of pressure here. The zone shifts and we're staying north. And look at that. All these teams that are up in the northern side. Really, really good work there. With the single tap in the M16. Taking shots from the right hand side. Got to be careful. So players starting to go down to the zone now. So that's Team 5 over there, which is the Heart Dominators, putting in some work, getting in a bit of third-party action almost onto Team 14. They are just on the very edge of zone, these teams. They're going to have to move slightly. These are the ones that were in Los Leonas, of course. Saeed's the one that's going up ahead. Shahil going in on the push in the Murado. Now, they don't know there's only a duo here, I think, because the rest of the RDX team are in zone. They're controlling that QMC team really well. Lovely work there with that nade, taking down Shahil from Heart. Now, can his teammates get to him? That's Saeed with that Groza doing some really good work. So these guys, the 2-2 split was working for them, but it's put them under a bit of pressure now for RDX. Oh, Saeed taken down by his own player. They didn't see the nade that had just bounced off the wall. They didn't quite get that in accurately enough. And then the molly came in as well, which meant he had to go into the open. He got to be very careful. His teammates really need to help him out here. Under a lot of pressure. He's 10 metres from zone. I think he might be taken down. He's going to be finished off, I think. Oh. Well, it shows what I know, because Master BTZ is taken down. They need to forget about him. They don't know that the rest of the team isn't there. But in the end, Saeed is going to get revived here by Habib. Really good work in the end, but that was very nearly a bad finish for them. So with 6 teams remaining, we're phase 5 of the game. So everyone's going to have to start making their way in. We've got shots coming out all over the place. Over on the southwestern side here, we've got the King Esports Slayers and Question Mark crew getting involved with each other. Yassine taken down there by Ronnie. Ronnie also takes down Derby. Nades coming in. So it's only Sayem who's up on his feet. He's got to try and get the revive in, but these guys are under a lot of pressure. So we can see the nades absolutely raining in as well. Taking down both of the vehicles, and there comes a molly. That could be very, very bad for the King Esports guys. It does take down Yassine, who is on very low health, but Ronnie is taken down by Saeem and is confirmed as well. But Saeem is then taken down in the end by Jabed from the Question Mark crew. So they have lost a player, but they do take those kills, and they have managed to clear that flank. So that was an important bit of work for them. But up on top of the hill, we do have Team 13. Bazid is knocked. His teammates are a little distance away. Can they get to him? They've got the guys from Heart there. We've got 4 teams remaining. But Bazid is finished off. Now, in a way, that does actually help these 2 players. They don't have to worry about getting to their teammate for the revive now. They can just try and worry about getting themselves into zone. They've got Charlie from B1 Bloods over to their right. Charlie has made it in zone. He's the last remaining player from his team. Hart there with 3 players remaining. Up against the Question Mark crew, who've got 2 remaining, but Ninja taking a huge amount of damage there. Go and see what these guys are up to. Manages to get the first aid in. Jabed takes down Psycho with a beautiful nade. And I think he's also taken his teammate. Indeed he has. So we now have our top 3. So we've got the Question Mark crew here, Team 3. We've got the last remaining player of Team 4, the B1 Bloods. And then the 2 players from Heart over there. So we've got Teams 3, 4 and 5. The last remaining teams arguing over this little bit of dusty ground in the middle of nowhere. Not a huge amount of cover. They're using what they can. Saeed takes down Charlie. So we've got our top 2. And it's a 3v2 here. Heart v question mark crew. Question mark crew probably have the slightly better position. They've got the high ground. They're all just about in zone. Saeed there is taken down by Ninja. So it's now up to Habib. We'll go and switch and we'll see what Habib's can see. He's on the very steep section of slope. But he's taken down with a really good side angle there. And that was Jabed taking down the last remaining player. So we have question mark crew in first place with a fantastic 15 kills. 7 of those kills coming in from Jabed there. In second place, it's Hart with 2 kills. And in third place, it is the B1 Bloods with 4 kills. So really good work. I'm just going to have a quick look. I don't think anyone else got more than 7 kills. That's some great individual work and, of course, great teamwork in the end for the question mark crew. So they take first position in our second game on Miramar. Now, we will be having our third and final game on Sanhok. So I will leave you with a holding screen and a bit of royalty-free music, because that's how we roll. And I'll see you very shortly for Sanhok. Hey everybody, thanks for hanging around again. So we're back with game 3 of 3, so our last game for tonight, and we are on Sanhok. Here you go, Buff, your favourite. And we are flying from just near docks over to Hartin, so everywhere in reach, of course. So we'll see where everyone goes, because I don't know these teams, so it'd be interesting to see if we get a Painan or a boot camp fight. Maybe everyone's going to go up to the Northwest Island and have a fight. We'll see. Not many teams jumping early. Looks like we just got the Wave Elevinity and Team 25 there, the JS team. The only ones that jumped relatively early. We got quite a few jump mid-flight. So, yep, looks like we're going to have a couple of teams going down into boot camp. So, PSE coming down along with Team 7 by the looks of it, Vendetta. And as usual, we've got a bit of early game lag. That's wonderful. That's what we like to see. So we've got Heart. We've got PSE and Vortex all shimmying around as it all loads in. So have we had some early casualties? It looks like we have. I think. Look at that for a first zone. So a very ordinary flight line, but a northern, that's more of a Vikendi first zone, that is. So I think potentially we've got Vector here leading the charge for PSE Secret. Got the players from Vector in the main building, and then the opposite side of boot camp, we've got the a couple of players from Heart. In fact, they only jumped as a 3. So a bit of early skirmish over on the eastern side here, over around Camp Bravo, I think that is. And it looks like we've got Fearless. They get involved with Secret IQ, having already lost one of their players. But they it looks like they took one of the Secret IQ team with them, and they only jumped as a 3. So they've just got a duo left. It's just Warwolf and Brooklyn remaining here. So they've spread out a little. Now it looks like we've got, up on the hillside, we've got Team 11 up there, which is 60-hour Extreme. If they're going to try and come down for a bit of third-party fun. It looks like we've got another fight going on somewhere. Apologies, I can't see where that is. It may well be over in Paradise by the looks of it. That's not where it is, but I think we might be having one soon. We've got the LNG and Python guys over here in Paradise. So I'm trying to see where the other one is. So that's QMC. That's Team 3. Here we go. Well, that was a brutal one, wasn't it? We saw QMC there with some great work in the last game. And that's why I couldn't see it. They're over at Tambang. So they've already taken one player down and got the thirst on. They've got a knock on another player over there from Team 4, the B1 Bloods. Oh, but look at that. Isham down in the undergrowth there. Lovely bit of Sangha snaky work, but that is then Team 4. The B1 Bloods taken out. They are finished off by QMC. So Esham there giving away his position and taking down Jabed, but Jabed will be revived, and unfortunately that's the Bloods taken down in 17th position. So a few of the teams nicely spread. Let's go back over to Paradise. So Sexy Boy here, ready and waiting for someone to come round that side. But are they up on the high ground? I'm not sure where they are. Are they going to try and come round on the roof? I think they are. Here we go. So if they can get round to that corner and get a molly or a nade into that porch area. Don't think you can quite see Sexy Boy from there. But they are in the red zone, so they're going to have to be a bit careful up on the rooftop here. Oof, very close for a couple of players then. So it looks like that fight over in boot camp is kicking off. I think we may be a little late. I'll go and have a quick look. I think that was between Hart and PSE, and I think it might have been PSE that came out on top. We'll go and check quickly. Lucifer's still going. No, in fact, he's the only player on his feet now. He needs to try and get the revive on his teammates. I think maybe they took down Hart, did they? On the ground, yeah. So it's only Vendetta here in with PSE. They're about to come in on the push. They need to get the revive on, need to get some heals in as quickly as possible. I think Vendetta will have recognised that that fight took lumps out of them. So managed to get the revive, so they have got guns in the game still. But here comes the push in, I think, from Vendetta. Oh, I know it won't be Vikendi's zone for long. Yeah. I think that's I'll be honest, I think that's a bad decision. I'd rather they get rid of Livik and keep Vikendi. It was such a good map, it really was. So here they come now, Vendetta guys. They're starting to push in towards. Shots coming in. Warrior putting some great shots in through the window. Now they don't know which corner the other player's in. Oof, Lucifer, sorry, Caustic takes down Warrior. So 2 players remaining now for Vendetta. They're still coming in on the push. We've still got a 2v2, although they are a bit beaten up. So Rolex, no, not getting the revive on. Oh yeah, already has. So we're back to a 3v3 again. Well, we were. It's just Caustic and Lucifer now. Look at these guys running around. We're going in with Lucifer. Heart must be pounding here. They know the people are there. They can hear them. They can see glimpses of them as well. And they've been chased up to the roof. Not in a great position here. If Vendetta have got any throwables, this is when they need to use it. They know where the players are. And here comes the push. So Caustic taken down, Lucifer taken down by Warrior there. So Vendetta win that battle of boot camp. So we've got 11 teams remaining now. Sabir is coming in from very deep in the blue here. Last remaining player from his team. He's got a long way to make it into zone. Everybody else just about making their way in or the edge of zone. So it looks like Python took the battle over in Paradise, just as Vector took the battle in Boot Camp. So we'll go and have a look over at Question Mark crew as they rotate in. Unusually on Sanhok, they're in vehicles. Straight up to the high ground. Now, who else haven't we covered for a while? We've got MBD, they're over just to the southwest of Tatmok. Nobody in the north of zone, really. Most teams, with it being a relatively southern-ish flight line, it's strange because we saw a lot of teams jump around centre flight line, but nobody jumped really early. But yeah, everyone is still in the southern side. Surprised no one's taken advantage of going up to Cow or Tatmok as yet. So here we got Team 13, the Wave Elevinity, and they are right in behind Team 22 there, the Fearless team. No, I thought perhaps they were a little closer than they were. I thought they were right up behind them. So we not spotted them just yet. So where are people going to go? They're going to rotate around the Paradise area, try and establish themselves in a squad house. Maybe get a couple of compounds in, spread out, and try and establish themselves deep in zone. And we see here the ancient organic punks even. Now they're on the far west of zone at the moment, but they're the only team that aren't on the mainland. Now, they're going to have to make a decision. I think they need to rotate in as early as possible because they've got MBD up on the eastern side of that northern bridge. So only 11 teams remaining. And we're only in, phase 2 of the game, coming up to phase 3. We'll see where the zone breaks. That's going to be the decisive factor for when and where teams go, of course. So look at that. We are going to be centred around Tap Mark. Get ready for some teams. I think QMC here, question mark crew, team 3, will be taking those vehicles and heading up to centre zone, if I were them. These guys here are starting to head across the bridge. Now, MBD are the other side of the bridge, but it depends how close they are and whether they can see them coming over. How careful are Team 17 being? Not really. They're running straight in the middle of the road. They're not being overly cautious. Perhaps they think there's no one up here with them. Now, I have to be honest, MBD up on the hillside there. I thought they might have seen them. And there we go. The shots do indeed come out. So it's COVID-19. Unfortunate choice of name, I guess. But hey ho. Not really a lot I can say about that, is there? Team 17 there, they took a huge amount of damage there. We see Kalu down to about 5 HP, managed to get a heal in. Marco P is being revived, having been knocked. The MBD team, I think they're coming in for a bit of a push here. Here they do. They come over the top of the hill. So Teacher gets the drop shot that takes down COVID-19. Coming in, can he get a second? No, but he's taken down by Low Bright. So Rio taken down. So Leeds are now the last remaining player, but it takes down Teacher, is finished off. Marco P is knocked. So it's now Kalu is the last remaining player, and he's trying to take down Leader from MBD. Yeah, Mrs. Pye, I totally agree. I would be up in Cow if possible now. So here we go. Kalu under a bit of pressure, got a 2v1. These guys could make it difficult for him here if they can get in. What a molly that is. Doesn't quite get the splash distance. That's still a hell of a one there. And we got another one coming in. A nade there does take a chunk of damage out of Kalu. And they've got Leader coming round on the off angle. Has Kalu seen him? I'm not sure he has yet. COVID-19 here needs to put in plenty of shots just to cover his teammates' approach. Just so that Kalu isn't looking in that direction. Is he going to need to? Kalu here under pressure. And he's taken down there by Leader in the end. So MBD do get the win on that little skirmish over on the western side of zone. And we are down to 10 teams remaining. So QMC did indeed take the early rotation straight into zone. Over on the eastern side, we've got Team 12 here. Secret IQ. And they are up against Team 18. Team Eliminated. Very close to zone, but being well gate-kept here by Team Eliminated. Now, how long can Brooklyn wait it out here for? He's going to have to move eventually. It's like Python are getting involved with, I think that was Vendetta. So they know where Brooklyn is. Brooklyn's going to have to move. Are they going to move themselves? Look at that. I mean, NBD taking that fight. There's only 2 of them left, but what position they've got. They're the only ones on the western zone now, and the hard shift comes in for phase 4 of the game. So we're going to leave these guys to it. I think, no, still, yeah, we go over to Paradise and have a look over at the last remaining player. Python there. Stephen has taken down the last remaining player, Rolex, from Vendetta. So they do win the Battle of Paradise in the end. So Stephen comes out of it with 2 kills, but only himself remaining. All of the rest of his teammates have been taken down. I'll tell you what I'll do, Mrs. Pye. I know you'll only hear this in 3 minutes' time. Next time I stream, I've got my cap that I'll put on instead of my shiny head. But it's because I stream from my phone, which is down here. So apologies for that. But maybe I'll just draw some googly eyes on top of my head. We'll see. So 8 teams remaining, phase 4 of the game now. So Brooklyn, they managed to get onto a motorbike and they are making their way into zone. Not risking a motorbike crash there. So RDX here in the buildings just south of centre zone, and they've got MBD coming in across the countryside to their north. They're not quite looking in that direction, but I think they've got the hillside here, MBD. So relative high ground. So look at that, Brooklyn and the other secret IQ player, Wolf, do make it into good position there, just north of centre zone. So they did manage to make it out from that fight. So the team eliminated, do finally make it up to Cal, but it's out of zone, so they're going to rotate around the north by the looks of it. I have to take a quick drink. It is only squash, it's not actually vodka in there, I promise you. So contact over on the eastern side here with Wave Elevinity getting involved with QMC. We've seen QMC, we've seen how aggressive they can be. And zone shifts further west, so these guys being gate kept, they've got nades coming out. What a nade that was, taking down Marif. Criminal does take down Brooklyn over in the northern side, but we'll stick with this fight for now. Ninja's been taken down. He's coming. Jabed there coming round, taking down Sam, and that is them taken down. Wave Elevinity taken down in very short order there, mainly by Jabed from QMC. Really good work. Now we'll go straight over to the southern edge of the new zone, where MBD are using their high ground, but look at that. Master BTZ with some beautiful tap work on the M16. Now, COVID-19 is still up there. He's going to smoke his approach. No, is that? I think that might have been a nade. Yeah, sorry, he's smoking his approach. It showed on my screen that it was a nade. No, nobody wants COVID-19 to win. It's a wonderful choice of name. Right, Master's teammates need to step up here. While he's being shot, they need to be putting in some supporting rounds here, because they've also got Python Stephen behind coming in from the buildings. So they need to push as a team here. And COVID-19 is taken down by Duck BTZ. So apparently COVID-19 can be beaten by a duck. So that is good to know. So we have our top 4 now. We have RDX, who we see here, currently getting the heel on to one of their teammates. They are now out of zone. We've then got the eliminated. We'll actually go and see what's happening over here with Criminal and Sun OP up on their feet. But Akram has been knocked, but he's now been revived. So they're on the northern side. You've got then QMC over on the eastern side. Down here we've got Python Stephen. Well, we had Python Stephen, now been taken out, apologies. So we've now got a team eliminated. We've got QMC and we've got RDX. So all 3 teams, sorry, we've got 10 players. So we're going to have an overlook of the zone. Look at this ridge line here. So the eliminated could use the height to their advantage, but the problem is it puts them absolutely in view of everyone when they're on the top there, stood up. So Ronnie takes down Nero OP from RDX. Shots now coming back out from the eliminated. You can see they're up on the spine of this zone. Very closely grouped together. And the trouble is there's not a huge amount of cover for them. So when they do move, and they are having to move now. So Nero OP is taken down by Devil Akram. Let's go and have a look actually from RDX point of view. See how it looks from them. So Ronnie takes down Black OP. But Ronnie is taken down by Devil Akram there from the team eliminated. So QMC down to effectively one player here. Look at this Criminal coming down from team eliminated. Is he going to see Duck BTZ? Duck BTZ puts the shots in, but unfortunately they don't quite connect. And in return, Criminal takes him down and gets the finish as well. Really good work from Criminal. And Ronnie is taken down from QMC. So we've now got a 3v2v1. We had a 3v2v1. Master is taken down. Can Black OP get the revive? I don't think so because they're out of zone. These guys just on the edge of the zone at the moment. But they've got two players knocked. Devil Akram is the one that's on his feet. He needs to be doing the work here. And look at that. Team 3, QMC. They've only got one player remaining. But he is the only person in zone at the moment. Devil Akram. He's 18 metres out of zone. He needs to try and get to his teammates. But what a nade comes in. There. From Black OP. So we've got a 1v1 for the finish. We've got Cobra down on the low ground. Black OP on the high ground. But Cobra's the only one in zone. Black OP has got to make his way down the hillside. Cobra puts in the shots and gets the win. So there we go. So Question Mark Crew getting another win tonight. And they get that win with 9 kills. Really good work from them. Great work from RDX in second place as well with 7 kills. And then team eliminated with 10 kills there. Make up third place. So there we go. I will just show you the teams. So you can have a look through. And at your heart's content, just make sure I catch everyone. So, thank you very much to everyone for watching. Thanks for the host from Zephyrus. It was just get rid of the there we go. So thank you very much. I'm going to go and have some dinner now. But thank you for joining me. Yeah, thanks to the host. Thanks to the players as always. Thanks to everyone for coming in and watching. All the new subscribers, new followers. Much appreciated. And I'll see you next time. I may play some games later. I may stream a bit of gameplay. But we'll see. Otherwise, I will see you next time. I think I'm doing Tip Top. EU Open Scrims. The tier 1 stuff that they do with Vimes tomorrow night. So I will hopefully see you then. Thank you very much.